We are very happy to be joined on the Milford Informer this week by two representatives from an exciting new program coming to the Milford schools. It's already in its pilot program this year. It is the Connections program. So we, of course, have Milford High School Principal Josh Otlin joining us. We also have Tony Chinappi, who, of course, really needs no introduction in the Milford community. Very well known here in town. But first of all, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for the opportunity.
So again, Milford Connections program, it's an exciting new mentorship program that's taking place at Milford High School. You're in the pilot year of it this year, but starting with you, Josh, can you tell us a little bit about maybe the basics of this program and what maybe the initial appeal was in bringing a program like this to the Milford schools?
Sure, yeah, so I think the program came about when I was approached by Tony and other folks from the Milford Foundation for Education, which is a relatively new community-based nonprofit organization that was trying to find ways to really make a positive difference with regards to our students. And when I first met Tony last year, Tony was interested in trying to work on some kind of mentoring program, and I thought that would be kind of well aligned to our needs in the school. We have a lot of young people with a lot of promise who are facing some pretty significant obstacles in their way, and we know that having a student work with a mentor is not necessarily going to clear all those obstacles out, but it can make a tremendous difference. I think all of us in education and in families know how much of a positive difference an adult can make in the life of a young person, particularly as they're trying to navigate some pretty tricky waters. So when I heard from Tony that he had a group of folks in the community, accomplished professionals who are willing to give of their time to serve in a mentoring capacity, I thought that could add a lot of value to what we're doing at Milford High School and could really make a positive difference for a number of our students.
Tony, you've been heavily involved in this program since its inception. What sort of has your experience been like so far working with this program and getting people from the community together to take part in this?
It's been an excellent opportunity for me to get kind of back into the school as a former teacher. And it's also been an opportunity for some people from the community to come in the schools. A lot of things are said about the school, good and bad, etc. But when you come in there and you meet the kids, you see the diversity, you feel the diversity. You see the good things that are going on, the dedicated teachers, the guidance people, even the staff, the cafeteria ladies. I used to have special connections with those ladies. And again, as Josh said, kind of the coming together. Now, we can't serve all the needs of the school community, but we've selected some kids with academic promise, and we've developed a pilot program. We've learned a lot from it. We really have, as I was saying before we started, we try to solve a lot of problems, and you realize that if you can just start out and do some small things, make some small accomplishments, feel good about it, and then build on that success, and that's where we are. Basically, the reason why we're here is to recruit new mentors. We also call them connectors, i.e. the program Connections. Because it's an opportunity for people to come into the schools. It's their school, their high school, and kind of rub elbows with the kids, with the faculty, and that's what we've been doing. And I think we've had successes, and again, we've learned a lot, so we can improve it for this year. And as we get into the details of the program, it is a commitment, but it's not a forever commitment. And we've adjusted so that different people have different roles. For example, we visited colleges. So there's one young lady who has some time restrictions, so she's the coordinator for those kind of events. We've got some, matter of fact, I just met with a gentleman yesterday who's interested, but he's not interested necessarily in the one-on-one relationship, but he'd like to come in and talk about career issues. And he could be a great resource. He's he's just retired from a very successful business in town. So we're looking for people that right now that just have a willingness to come in, check us out at the informational sessions. We'll try to describe what it's like. We're going to have some workshops during the course of the summer to get people up to speed on things to do and how to kind of break the ice with the young students. And then again, for example, in my case, I've started with two young men, and I'm going to go with them next year as they become sophomores. And then we're going to move to juniors and seniors. And then, as Josh will allude to, we're also concerned about college completion, because a lot of kids get there and they don't finish, and there are all kinds of issues that stem from that. So we want to just lay out the program. It's very informal, and the feedback that I've gotten from the people that have been involved, it's just a good opportunity to talk with, share things. We don't realize sometimes as adults what we know. You know, sometimes we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And as a result, the kids are very, very willing to accept that because they see the commitment that we've made.
So just touching a little more, Josh, on the students involved in this program, this is obviously, you know, these are students that through various circumstances are just, you're looking to reach these students and give them these opportunities that for one reason or another that might just not be available to them, to give them that opportunity to succeed post-high school.
Yeah, so the students that we've targeted thus far is, you know, we've identified students who have attained very high levels of academic achievement, but are otherwise facing what we know to be significant obstacles to success after high school. So, the students who are participating right now are coming from households that are facing, you know, really significant financial hardship. A number of our students are coming from families where their parents are recent immigrants to the United States of America, and we know that, you know, just being a really good student is it's not enough to achieve success after high school. You need to be a really good student. You need to work really hard, but you also need to have a lot of kind of insider knowledge that a lot of families don't have if they're recent arrivals to the country, or that some insider knowledge that families may not have if it's a single parent who's, you know, working hard and maybe didn't go to college themselves, or doesn't have other children who've attended college. And so by connecting these students with, you know, accomplished professionals in the community who, you know, probably know a lot of things that they take for granted about how to position a young person for success, we're hoping that really can, you know, help students to, you know, overcome some of the obstacles that are normally in their way. We know, I think a figure that I like to share with people that I think is really kind of takes some folks by surprise is if you look at the very highest achieving students in this country who come from economically disadvantaged families and who go to college. The best students in this country are economically disadvantaged. You look at the rate at which they complete college at a rate of about 42%, right? These are ace students, you know, kids who are, you know, have tremendous academic skills, but that's not enough, right? There's a lot more than just being a good student to get them through. I don't think that a mentoring program is a silver bullet. I don't think just because we hook students up with a mentor that in 100% of the cases it's going to make that decisive difference for students. But I do believe that there's, you know, great potential in connecting our students to accomplished professionals who really do have that kind of insider knowledge. And I think that in many cases, it is going to be a game changer for the kids.
Yeah, it's an outstanding resource to be sure, and one that I know you guys are really looking to grow in the years to come as this program continues to build. And again, that's you're looking to get the word out now to try to bring additional mentors into the fold. And so you have some opportunities, as you mentioned just a moment ago, Tony, to have some informational sessions for people, for the community to come in and talk about that. So we want to get that information out there right now. There's going to be 2 days of informational sessions. The first one is coming up on Thursday, May 2nd, so that's next Thursday, May 2nd, with 2 sessions that day at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and then there will be another day, Wednesday, May 8th, where once again at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock folks can come in. That's all taking place at the MHS Media Center. What's some of the information that you're hoping to get out there that day, Tony?
Well, basically, we've prepared an outline looking back at the program, looking forward to the program. We want to recruit people because the way we've set it up with the young people that Josh has mentioned is that we have 4 mentors now. We think that's a reasonable number. We have literally 8 students, or we plan to have 8 students. So we can get the students, no problem. We've got a plentiful supply. But now in the mentors, if I move up as a sophomore now, I'm finally making it to my sophomore year, and my 2 boys come with me, so we get new people coming in as freshmen. Then eventually I'm going to move up to be a junior, and we're going to need more people for more mentors at least, and again, we'll have 8 other students. And we keep on going. And as you would expect, I think one would expect, that as we go further, sophomore, junior, senior, each year has its own hurdles that are set up for us, where college boards come into play, where PSATs and other achievement tests, and visitations to college, and selecting colleges, getting a good idea on one's career. I haven't realized what I really want to do yet. You know, and here we are trying to set these kids up at 16, 17, 18. But it's good exploration.
One of the things that I want to clarify, particularly for folks that, you know, are interested in coming in and you know, considering helping us out as a mentor is, Tony's talked a lot about preparing kids for life after high school. I want to be clear that we've got guidance counselors at school, and we're not looking for our mentors to replace the excellent work that our guidance counselors do. But where we believe that the mentors can play a really critical difference for kids is in the same way that they can really be sort of like one other adult figure in the student's life. So just in the same way that for many families, the whole process of post-secondary planning, the counselors doing their specialized role, but the parents also talking to their students from an early age, helping to create a set of expectations and aspirations for the students, helping to expose them to all the different opportunities that are out there, helping to broaden their horizons. That's where we see sort of mentors playing a really critical role for students, particularly who may not have someone in their family that's well positioned to play that role for them. But it's hard work, but we're not looking for anyone to go back to school. We're not looking for anyone to get a grad degree so they can come be a guidance counselor. We have great folks at school that are very well equipped to help students with the academic planning and the post-secondary planning. But we know that the more adults that are engaging students and thinking seriously about their future and thinking about how to position themselves for success, the more likely it is that students are going to be successful at that.
It's a tremendous support system to put in place for these students to assist them along the way for whatever their post-high school careers could be. So it's an outstanding program. We certainly are looking for all the best for you guys to see this continue to grow. So again, we want to get that information out there. The 2 informational sessions for anybody out there who might be interested in becoming a mentor to be part of this program. It's May 2nd and May 8th that those sessions will be taking place. One at 3 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock on both of those days, and all of that is taking place at the MHS Media Center. And Tony, also for other folks out there who again may be interested and may be looking for a little more information, they can contact you as well. So we'll put Tony's information up on the screen right now, so you can contact Tony via phone or via email to get some additional information there if you are interested. Again, we cannot thank you guys enough for joining us. Josh Otlin, Tony Chinappi, thank you guys very much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
This is Milford TV News and Sports Director Tim Coet. Make sure you check out new editions of the Milford Informer every Friday at 7:30 p.m. or during one of our 8 convenient re-air times throughout the weekend. You can also find individual news stories as well as full archived editions on our YouTube page, My Milford TV. If you live in the greater Milford area and have an idea for a news story, you can tweet at us using the handle @Milford_TV, or you can contact me directly by sending an email to news@milfordtv.net.